Yo guys, what's up? C-Ray back with another video, and today we're going to talk about how you can make calisthenics moves harder without any weights. Okay, so the first and I think the most obvious one is to work on improving the amount of reps that you can do, guys. This method works just as well for calisthenics as it does with bodybuilding or weightlifting. When it comes to building strength and hypertrophy in calisthenics, you want to make sure that you're upping the reps, but you also want to make sure that you're setting markers for yourself. So for instance, if you're able to do 10 reps of push-ups, then you should be looking at changing the variation, but I'll get onto that in a minute. So the first one is to make sure that you're doing a lot of reps, but set a marker. Okay, so the next most obvious way that you can increase your strength and muscle using your body weight is to change the variation. And by that I mean changing to a harder progression if you've mastered the easier progression of that exercise. There are so many different ways in calisthenics that you can make an exercise harder. One of them is to take a limb away. For instance, not actually literally take your limb off, obviously don't do that, but I'm talking about just use one leg or use one arm. And you don't have to completely use one arm, so you don't have to go from push-ups to one arm push-ups straight away, but you can gradually ease into it by doing archer push-ups, tight rider push-ups, and even just assisted one-arm push-ups, holding on to a sofa, a chair, anything that you guys can use to make sure that you're putting most of the pressure of your body weight onto one side. And this is gonna get you super strong and improve your overall strength and your muscle gain. So that's the first way you can do it, guys, is just take away a leg or an arm. And maybe if you get to like Super Saiyan level, you can take away both legs or both arms. I don't know how that would work, but you can definitely take away both legs. And another way that you can work on improving your overall strength and your muscle gain is to actually work on your balance a lot more, because there are different muscles and stabilizer muscles that get activated when you work on your balance. So you want to make sure you're giving yourself the best chance in increasing your overall strength and muscle by doing balance-based stuff. There are so many different exercises that you can do to improve your balance, and this will actually play a huge part in improving your muscle and your strength, because within working on your balance, you're actually working a lot on your static movements most of the time in calisthenics, and the time under tension is going to build you a lot of muscle. And this actually leads into my next point, and that is doing paused reps. So what are paused reps? Paused reps is where you do a movement, but you actually just stop for maybe a few seconds or maybe even a minute sometimes, and make sure that you're really fatiguing that muscle in a way that you wouldn't actually do with normal reps. Two good examples of where paused reps will increase your strength and muscle is holding the movement of a push-up halfway, or even holding the movement of a pull-up halfway. These will actually increase your reps, guys, and will play a massive part in your overall strength and muscle gain. Okay, so the next thing that you can do to build strength and muscle without having to use any weights whatsoever is to work on explosive reps. A lot of people seem to think that explosive reps are just for more sort of endurance-based stuff and cardio. But actually, in most cases within calisthenics, it's the opposite. With explosive reps, you're working on those fast twitch muscle fibers a lot. And I remember starting explosive push-ups for the first time, and I remember the next week when I did push-ups again, they went up by at least 5 reps just because I was focusing on really pushing up as fast as I can, and that made all the difference. And you might even be thinking that explosive pull-ups are for the more advanced people, but actually it's definitely not, because you can still do explosive movements if you're a beginner or you're just starting calisthenics, and this is going to skyrocket your muscle and your strength growth. A good example of beginner-friendly explosive movements are explosive squats and explosive push-ups. These do not take that much strength to do, and you could probably get them in a few months if you really practice and you're new to calisthenics. And you can even do explosive wall push-ups, for example, which are really beginner friendly, and they are going to benefit your overall strength too. So, like this. I don't know if you guys could see that, but I'm exploding up as fast as I can and then also coming down as slow as I can. This will work so well to increase your overall strength and muscle. And the last point I have is to focus on doing slower reps. And a lot of people seem to get agitated or annoyed with this concept, but it actually works so well. And by doing slower reps, you're going to be able to do more reps, guys. Because if you can master a certain move by doing it as slow as you possibly can, then next time you do the move, you're going to be able to do it really fast, or at least faster than you would have done before. And even at my level, I still do slow reps because it really does benefit you guys and it's really gonna make a difference in the long run. So do not think that you're going back a few steps because you're actually, in the future, gonna be advancing a lot faster. Give it a few weeks of doing slow reps and watch your strength and muscle gain go through the roof. Okay guys, so those are the main ways that you can actually build your strength and muscle without having to go onto weights. Obviously, including weights are gonna help, and you can add weight by using some water bottles that you can put in a rucksack, put on your back, or just any bag that you can find. Or anything that you guys have laying around, you can just put in a bag, strap it onto your back, do some push-ups, do some pull-ups, and this is also gonna obviously increase your strength and muscle. Because if you can do a few reps of pull-ups with weight, then you can definitely do some pull-ups without weight. But do not be fooled by what people say on social media, especially in the gym community or even calisthenics athletes. When it comes to the only way of building muscle is using weights, that is completely false. You can still build a great amount of muscle not using any weights at all, just using your own body weight and using these 4 to 5 things that I've shown you in this video. And yeah, that is it for today's video, guys. Short and sweet and straight to the point as always. A few of you guys wanted me to do this video on Instagram, so I thought that I'd make it for you. If you do want to check out my Instagram, I post every single day on there, stories, posts, everything, workouts, you name it. I'll put my Instagram handle here so you guys can check it out, and also in the description. Oh, and one more thing guys, I do have a new calisthenics program called the Bodyweight Muscle Builder, and you guys can check that out in the description if you're looking to fast track your gains and make sure that you have a solid routine that you can follow. Link in the description if you want to check it out. Anyway guys, that's it from me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like if you did, and also subscribe for daily calisthenics and fitness content. See you in the next one. Peace.